here we are with another Beatles podcast there. Yeah, so I'm here with my new co-host, Lily, and we're going to call this one, I guess, the Beatles Omakase podcast, because after we're done, we're going to have omakase.
What's omakase?
Oh, you don't know? It's a Japanese thing. It's like where you go to the Japanese restaurant, you sit at the sushi bar there, and the sushi chef decides what you eat. You cannot choose your own food. He gives you what you're going to eat, and you have no choice in it.
I don't want that.
Why not?
Why should I pay for something the prisoners get for free?
Hey! That's a good point. Why should I pay for something prisoners get for free? I guess we'll have to think of a different name for this podcast. All right, we better get right to the Beatles. We'll get to your personal life later. It's not going to be too revealing, I hope. So, I was on tour with Paul in 1993. We've gone over a lot of it. We did Japan and South America on my leg of the tour. And we were in Sao Paulo. I think that's Brazil, right? Sao Paulo, yeah. Brazil. And it was considered a very dangerous place to be at that time. One day in Sao Paulo, the manager, Paul's manager, said, listen, this is on us. We're going to take you guys to a club, and we'll pay for everything. And it was called, they took like 20 of us or 15 of us to this club in Sao Paulo called Cafe Photo, P-H-O-T-O, Cafe Photo.
Okay.
And it cost $100 to get in, which was a lot back in 1993.
I think that is a lot.
It is today, but back then it was crazy. But the Paul's people paid for it also. They spent like $1,500 just getting us in the door. So I walk in there, and there's this like really glamorous bar and lounge area right in the front there, and it looked just like a James Bond movie. And there were beautiful women everywhere, all alone, by themselves, lingering around, floating around there. And they came up to all of us, and one woman came up to me. It turns out they were prostitutes, that this was a very high-end house of prostitution that Paul McCartney arranged for us to go to, which was a little strange, I thought. But, I wasn't objecting. My girl's name was Lucy. I still remember her name all these years later. And what they did was you had to pay, like the host or the manager or something of the establishment, I don't know how much money, because I didn't do it, but you had to slip them some money, and then you could take your girl up into one of the bedrooms. Well, anyway, at Cafe Photo, now this Lucy girl who was with me, we got on pretty well, and I bought her a drink and everything. I was thinking, hey, why don't I give the manager, slip the manager some money, and we can go upstairs and fool around a little, And she said, oh, no, I'm not a prostitute. She said, I just assumed she was a prostitute. The other girls were, but she wasn't, supposedly. That's a likely story, huh? She's in a house of prostitution. She's flirting with a guy. She's not a prostitute. But anyway, she said, no, don't do that. I won't go upstairs. You come with me, get in my car, we go to your hotel room. I said, all right. And so we did, and she didn't want any money from me or anything. She was adamant. I'm not a prostitute. And then the next day, we were in Sao Paulo for 3 days, maybe 4 days, I don't know what. But the next day, somehow she got the phone number of Paul McCartney's manager and started to ask for me. She found his room number. And he got on, and she's asking for me there. And the guy's like, he said it to everybody. Everyone was at dinner. He says, and this goddamn Michael here, he's got fucking hookers from Cafe Photo calling me, trying to get in touch with him. He said, you must have had a good time last night, boy.